Okay, this is grammar lesson number 25 from chapter 15. Use these sentences to qualify nouns. Okay, let's do a quick review from Japanese 2. Japanese 2 students were just doing this. In Japanese, we call modifying nouns qualifying nouns. So we just did this with Japanese 2. So I know you guys have an idea of what this is already, but I'm just going to go through it very quickly. Now, regardless of what it's called, the clauses that are connected to the nouns act as adjectives, and hence that's how you qualify a noun. Now, qualifying nouns. Just keep in mind that they do go before the actual noun. So the student who's eating the box lunch is Michiko. We're modifying the student. So it'll be お弁当を食べている学生はみちこさんです. Okay, now for adjectives, here's how you use adjectives. For adjectives, like I said, you use a dictionary form. Okay. In other words, other adjectives you would modify it by using short form. So you can use present affirmative, present negative, or past affirmative and past negative. Okay, a person's attributes. Once again, this is using, you're using an adjective at the end. So it's not that much more different than the adjective conjugation. So go through these slides very slowly if you feel like you need a refresher. But if not, it's very simple. Just make sure you conjugate correctly and you know how to conjugate the adjectives, and the past and the present. Okay, now for a person's habits, you use teiru because that shows that something is happening as a present progressive form. So お金を持っている人, this is a state, so you can use teiru. Once again, if you want to conjugate the past tense, you're conjugating the last part, which is iru, into the present affirmative, present affirmative, present negative, past affirmative, past negative. For verb phrases, you're taking the verbs, so all you need to do is, this is short form, everything's in short form, so you just need to make sure that you conjugate them accordingly. Okay, so for today, this is where we start new. Using sentences, we've already kind of done this. This is when you're actually modifying nouns using a dependent clause. So this might stand alone by itself, and you just insert it to modify the noun. So let's take a look. The book that I bought yesterday is 200 yen. So what kind of book? Oh, that I bought yesterday. So that's the part that we are using to modify the word book. So in Japanese, we can modify nouns like this. It'll be 昨日買った本は200 yen. This is the part that goes before the word book. Okay. Now, just some things to keep in mind. The rules are exactly the same as when you're just qualifying nouns with adjectives and verb phrases, so it's exactly the same. Use short form. Keep in mind though, when you have like a subject in there, in the clause, you do want to use the particle ga instead of wa. So if it says これは彼はくれた指輪です, there's a little bit of a conflict because we don't know which one is more of the focus. We know this one's the focus, so then this one kind of throws it off a little bit. So that's why you want to make this always ga. Okay, let's do examples. The person who plays game all day is my older brother. My teacher owns a pet that loves the garden. I am looking for a movie that Brad Pitt appeared in. Okay, so the first two I pretty much underlined the modifiers and the one that's being modified, or the qualifying noun. So take a moment, see if you can do these. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, so the person who plays game all day long is my older brother. So if you had this without this, it would say the person is my older brother. 人は私の兄です. Or you could just say 人は兄です. Okay, so let's see how this would affect it. So 一日中ゲームを遊んでいる人は兄です. And yes, I know some of you might say, well, it says teiru, but you have plays. Since this is kind of a state, yes, grammatically being correct, it'll be 一時ゲームを遊ぶ人は兄です would be more grammatically correct. I just used ing because I was thinking like it would be a state, but that's fine. That is technically a grammatical error. Okay, my teacher owns a pet that loves the garden. Okay, my teacher owns a pet, period. So this will work beautifully. 私の先生はペットを飼っている。Okay, so this one becomes 私の先生は庭が好きなペットを飼っている. And that's how this one will be modified. Remember, you're keeping dictionary form. Last one, I am looking for a movie that Brad Pitt appeared in. And put in as parentheses because the word appeared implies that you're appearing in something. So this one, the part that would be that's not being modified, or if you took out the modified, it would look like I am looking for a movie. So B, 私はブラッド・ピットさんが出た映画を探しています. It's appears, so you want to make sure you make that negative. Okay, so let's take a look. Go ahead and do this part on your own. We'll check it tomorrow and answer any questions. Once again, this is a very simple grammar lesson. We're actually on our last grammar lesson for this chapter, which means you have a test coming up. So keep that in mind. I'll tell you guys more details about that. It's going to be closer. We have next week to kind of review, and then we're going to have the test. So great job. So the sentence were 私は先生が書いたノートが読めません。机の横にある家具が一番高いです。これは去年お店で買えなかった本です。Okay, so try writing these out. Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.